So a few years ago I did a short little video about how there was a wiring problem with my security system just for the piezo buzzer on the keypad. And how soldering was made it possible for me to fix it at pretty much no cost. Well, now I'm having another issue that could cost me some money. I make bread all the time. I have a bread maker. Now, bread makers, you can put the ingredients in, press a button, and it will make bread, bake it, and everything for you. Normally, I just use it to mix the dough, and then I take it out and shape either little rolls or loaves myself. Problem is, over time, this is the board from inside my bread maker. This is the button I press to change the setting from making bread to going up to making just dough. And the button has become increasingly more hard to press. Did I say that right? That sounds increasingly more difficult to press. That sounds better. So I took it out and I thought maybe there was some gunk in here, or the plastic button that sits over this button had gone bad or was not positioned properly. But it's actually the button. If I jump the wires, so it takes some jumper wires and connect the connections here, it works, but the button itself does not work. Now, let's see. Let's set this to manual focus. If you look at these are just standard buttons you would see on pretty much most electronic devices. So, you might think, hey Chris, that's great, just desolder that and put one that you have in stock on. Except for, I can't find any buttons like this. They are the most common type of buttons you can have. I have one similar to it, but slightly bigger, but I do not have these buttons. So what I'm going to do is, this button over here is to change how dark you want your crust when cooking a loaf in there, which again I don't really ever do. So I'm going to desolder this button and move it over here. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, I could order some buttons. I mean, they're probably like 5 cents each if I buy a pack of them, but I want to make some bread today. So that's what I'm going to be working on. You may or may not find this interesting, but I just want to point out how a simple skill like soldering, not only is it good for fun hobby stuff, it can, because a bread maker, my bread maker was given to me by a friend like 10 years ago. They got it for the wedding. They didn't really ever use it, so they gave it to me. And I use it regularly. And I'm pretty sure a brand new bread maker is probably between $100 to $150, I think, when I walked through Walmart and saw it. And at thrift stores, I think you can get them for like $50 to $75. But it's literally a 10-cent, 5-cent piece. So, yeah. My goal here is to, again, desolder the button that I never really use and move it over here just because I don't have any of these buttons, which still blows my mind. I have a drawer that says buttons and there's nothing in there. And then I have over on the wall there, a little cubby basket thing that has buttons, but not this standard size. So that's what we're working on today. Thanks for watching. Let's check it out. So as I mentioned in previous videos, and again this video obviously is not a planned video, this is just what I'm doing today and decided to record it. But I've been soldering for years. I used to just use a cheap soldering iron that was like $10, and then maybe 2 years ago I bought one that costs like $60 or $70, but you don't need to spend, it definitely works better when you get the more expensive one if you're going to be doing stuff like this a lot, but you only need something like this. That being said, I've only desoldered stuff a couple of times, and somewhere I have some ribbon stuff that's supposed to help you desolder. Where is that at? Oh, here it is. Okay. So again, I haven't used this stuff much, and I don't remember having much success with it. Probably just user error. But this should soak up the solder. I'm going to cut off the end here that I've already used. My soldering iron has warmed up. So first I guess I'll remove this one, the one I'm going to move over to here. Again, I have very little experience desoldering stuff, but I think I just am supposed to hold this on here. Okay, so far, super fail. Couldn't get this ribbon stuff to suck up the solder like I thought it would. Ended up tearing apart the good button that I was going to move. Then I remembered somewhere I have a solder sucker, which I finally found. But while I was looking for my solder sucker, I found this board with a button and an LED and a switch on it. So I'm going to try taking this button off this board with the solder sucker, right? And hopefully move it over to the board that I need to work. Okay, I got the old button off. Took a lot of solder suckering, and I put the new button on. Time to solder that in. Okay, here we go. That went easy. Okay, here we go. Gonna plug the board back in. Plug in the bread maker. Okay, cross your fingers. It works! So again, this wasn't so much a tutorial, more of a just inspirational video. Learning little skills like soldering can save you a lot of money. Took a little time for me to desolder stuff because I don't do that very often. The soldering went well. I did destroy the one button for the crust color, but again, I never use that, and I can always put another button there when I find one. So let's go ahead and make some bread.